Good afternoon, good afternoon, good afternoon. Welcome, 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 welcome. I'm going to give you all time to come in. As I'm giving you all time to come in, let me talk to those people who will not be watching this live. If you're watching a recording of this, that means if it's not Tuesday, I came on right around 12:05, 12:06. If it's not around noontime on Tuesday, October 3rd, then you're not watching this live. And I want to give you the opportunity to fast forward or go wherever you need to go to the part of this community check in that is most meaningful for you. Um, yeah. To the rest of us, and giving us time to come in, just kind of, we know what check in is, but we kind of talk about how we're doing. We give prayer requests, praise reports, and we end with prayer, but we also kind of give some type of message. Today, I'm not coming particularly from the Bible, but I do want to acknowledge it's Breast Cancer Month. And so as I was thinking about cancer, I was reading the other day that it was saying something like, I don't know if this is right, but something like one of every, like half of the American population will have some form of cancer at some point in their life. That could not have been right, but I read that somewhere. Whatever the ratios are, we do know that all of us probably know someone who's been affected by cancer, who is a cancer survivor, or who has lost their life due to cancer. And so today I just want to talk about 7 common things we can do to reduce the risk of cancer. We can't avoid it. We can't do, there's no panacea for it. There's no way I can assure you that you won't get it. But there are ways that tests have shown that we can reduce the risk. And that's what I want to talk about today. So with that being said, I think it's a good reason to like and to share this live. Please take the time to hit that thumbs up, blue and white thumbs up, that red and white heart, and take the time to share this with someone. We're talking about 7 common things you can do, 7 ways to reduce the risk of cancer. Um, that's what we are talking about today. All right. I am now for, looking for, what am I doing? I'm looking for, this live so that I can share. I don't want to lead where I don't go. So let me like the live. There's my red and white heart. I loved it. And now I'm going to share. Um, Let me do it like this. Boom. And I'm about to get you all. I see you all saying hello. I'm about to get to all of your hellos in just a minute. We are talking about reducing the risk of cancer. Exclamation point. Share now. Everything. All right. A lot of people on YouTube today. Let's go ahead and give these hello. Wait. I have one more banner to tell you all. One more banner. Ta-da! Welcome to Community Check-In. So glad you all have decided to spend your Tuesday afternoon with me for just a little bit. I hope I can give you something that will help you in your life. Now, let's go to these hellos. Makia Sturkey, always good to see you. Good afternoon to you. Dee Dee Holmes Wickfall, great to see you as well. Happy Tuesday. I like your greeting. Lisa Gonzalez in YouTube land. Told y'all we got a lot of YouTube people today. It's good afternoon. Good afternoon to you. Good afternoon to you. It's good to see you. Michelle Gordon from Augusta, Georgia. Great to have you. You're so often it is the case that you are here and we are blessed. Dina, so good to see you. Good morning, folks, family, and friends. Been praying for you, and I'm glad to see you on our live today. Deacon Patricia Burton says, good afternoon, everyone. I will get your prayer list in just a second, but good afternoon to you. Thank you so much, Deacon Burton. Good to see you on YouTube. Another YouTuber, Gerard Johnson, faithful and consistent attender here. Glad to see you here today, Gerard. Tamika Robertson, my friend and my sister, good afternoon to you as well. Now we got some Facebook people coming in. Irene Smith, good afternoon. Great to see you. George Green, good afternoon to you. And it's good to see you today as well. Yolanda Ellis Taylor, good afternoon to you. It's always good to see you. And I think those are all of my hellos. So when we get done with the hellos, guess what it's time to do? It's time to ask our question of the day. Now, I think I may have asked this at one time, but I really don't think I have. Um, I don't think I have asked this, so I'm excited about this question. Excited to hear your answer. This is old. I'm about to reveal my age. It's okay. I'm comfortable with the fact that I'm nearing 50. And you know what that means? 9 times out of 10, that means I've seen more days than I will see. But I'm grateful for every day, for every week, for every month, for every year that I've seen. But this is going to tell my age. Here it is. Everybody ought to answer this. What is your favorite album? I know they don't call them album no more, but that's all right. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Good morning. It is morning for you. Good to see you. Good afternoon to you, Margaret White Darby, hitting us up out of New Orleans. You all, I'm doing well. Pray for your pastor. I'm sore. I'm doing Squattober again. It's a series of workouts where you squat every day. They do give you Saturdays and Sundays off, but the last 2 days have been heavy and I'm sore. Lifted some muscles that I've not really worked out. I've not been working out consistently in the gym, although I have been active. But I'm doing well. Thanks for all those who asked. Let me go on and give y'all this good news while I'm talking about my little working out. I feel like I have to keep y'all updated. Happy new day to you, Lucretia. Always good to see you. And Patricia Cleves, all the way calling from McDonough, Georgia. Great to have you and great to see you here on this. And that's good. How am I and Bryce doing? Lisa Gonzalez says you'll be able to join the 2 Hours Crew soon. That's very true. LaShante, good to see you. Good to see you. It was so good to see you and Cammy sitting by each other Sunday. Y'all always make me smile, you all. Let me just pause for 30 seconds and say, LaShante and Cammy, our church owes an invaluable debt to them. Because LaShante and Camia single-handedly learned how to put us online at the drop of a dime when COVID hit. And probably for the first year, maybe even 2 years of COVID, it was LaShante and Camia who kept us afloat, who kept us being able to worship and come to you virtually when we were not able to meet anywhere. And so every time I see you, LaShante, it just does my heart good. I know I've said thank you before, but I want to say thank you again. Thank you so much for who you are and for what you've done and for the just invaluable contribution you've made to Fellowship of Love Church. We're back to the question of the day. What is your favorite album? Deacon Patricia Burton says, thank you, LaShante Robinson. What is your favorite album? What is your favorite album? LaShante, don't do that now. You know, I'm sensitive. Don't do that. I'm just saying thank you because I always love to see you. What is your favorite album? No more than 3, because I'm going to give y'all 3. I'm giving y'all that luxury because when I was thinking about my answer to the question of the day, I got 3, y'all. I'm going to give it 3. It's also going to show my age. It's so old. I feel like everything I like is before 85. In terms of my favorite, there are a lot of albums I like, but in terms of my favorite, now as I get older, I'm more comfortable with understanding what my favorite is what I still listen to. And what I feel like I can listen to all the way through. Good to see you, Karen Valdez. Y'all are coming in here. Make sure, I know a lot of y'all not going to stay, and that's fine. I can't see if you come when you go. I can see when you comment. Would you come in and just say hello? It would bless me so much. Would you go in and say hello? We're answering this question of the day. And if you have time and you're coming in, answer the question of the day. Again, you don't have to stay. Y'all, I'm not the church police. I'm not guarding and looking at who's here and who's that. What is your favorite album? But you can give no more than 3. I have 3. Let me go ahead and start. My favorite album, y'all, first I'm going to say it was probably my first favorite album, Thriller. Thriller by Michael Jackson. Shame on you all for not putting it on your list. One of the greatest albums that ever existed. My second 2 are both from New Edition. I go back. They're New Edition's first 2 albums. First is Candy Girl, and the second is All for Love. I think it's All for Love. That's with Mr. Telephone Man and Count Me Out. I think that's All for Love. Let me just check. No. It's just New Edition. I'm wrong. All for Love is Count Me Out. You have to count me out. Um, yeah, if you are talking New Edition, then we are talking, what is that essential album? Yeah, New Edition. That's my New Edition. It's just called, the second one was called New Edition. And the first one was Candy Girl. Candy Girl, New Edition, Thriller. Those are my three favorite albums. Let's go in here and let's see what you all's are. Oh no, wait. While y'all answer the question of the day, I gotta get these prayer requests, y'all. I got so excited about these albums. I gotta get prayer requests, y'all. We gotta pray. I know we're talking about music, but let me go ahead and hurry up and get these prayer requests. Thank you so much, Deacon Patricia Burden, who says Gloria Robinson. You all are answering the question of the day. I am getting prayer requests. Bryce and I are doing well. Patricia Cleaves, thank you all for asking. Bryce is doing fine. Michelle Gordon, thank you so much. Let me find your prayer list. There we go. Margaret White Darby, thank you so much. I just saw your list. Where are you? Margaret, guess what? I don't think you asked for your list since my computer went down and I lost my list. You're going to have to write y'all's combined list. I'm so sorry. Margaret, you've not been here for a while. Last week, I don't know if my computer updated. It did something, and I lost my document with my prayer request. And as I'm looking at it now, I do not see you and Valeria's combined list. And it's long too, but Margaret, go ahead and give me your list. I'll read it from the comments when I pray, and I'll mark it down after I am done. I'm so sorry about that. I didn't say hello, Karen. You snuck in here on me. Good to see you today. Hey, Lisa Norwood, great to see you. Ebony Dixon Collins, good to see you, and good afternoon to you. My mama's here. Hello, son, and all of you tuned in. Good to see you. We're answering this question, Mama, your favorite album. You have one. I know you holy and you don't listen to music, but you got one somewhere deep inside. If you had to pick one album, you got one. Tracy Dawson, good to see you all the way from California. Good to see you. Oh, y'all doing a good job on this question. I love this. What interesting questions. Hey, good afternoon to you, Jorge. I'm going to come back to you. I see that you got your album, but I just wanted to say hello real quick. All right, here we go. I think I have the prayer request. Margaret, you're going to have to write yours down. Forgive me. I know you're tired of rewriting these down. I'm sorry. I'm tired of rewriting them too. I love to cut and paste them as well. So please forgive me. We're talking about favorite albums, you all. If you've not liked, if you've not shared, take some time, hit that blue and white thumbs up and that red and white heart. And our first favorite album is, okay, no, here we go, Dina. Yes. Dina, Songs in the Key of Life. This is a phenomenal album. You can't go wrong with that. You can't go wrong with Songs in the Key of Life, Stevie Wonder. I love it. I love it. I love it. What is your favorite album? George Green says, my favorite, Earth, Wind, and Fire, Spirit. Bryce plays in the band, George. You'll be happy to know that this, first of all, I'm glad they chose a black artist this year because Bryce goes to Woodward. He has a white band director. And for most of the time I've seen, it's always very white music. And I'm fine with white music, but I want the music to look like the people that's playing it. And there's too many black kids that will always be white music. This year they gave us Earth, Wind, and Fire. So their halftime show is an ode to Earth, Wind, and Fire. We're talking about our favorite albums, beloved. What is your favorite album? Now Dina had one song, The Key of Life. I said you could do no more than three. Here we go. All of Earth, Wind, and Fire. No, ma'am. All of Frankie Beverly. No, ma'am. That's too many. I got to take off your list. You got to give me three. You done gave all kind of albums. Talking about all of them. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. You got to choose. Because let me tell you something. I struggle between Thriller and Off the Wall. Off the Wall is a good album, but I had to pick. I had to choose ye this day who I was going to serve. Was I going to serve the God of Beat It and Billie Jean? Or was I going to serve the God of Don't Stop Till You Get Enough and Rock With You? Come on here, Michael Jackson. What a great artist. What's your favorite album of all time? Here we go. This is a good one. Classic. Miseducation of Lauryn Hill. You can't go wrong with that. And listen, Creed, right here with you. Favorite album, Miseducation of Lauryn Hill and Rachel Farrell. I feel like this is the evidence of musical taste. I feel like this is an example of musical taste because I ain't even heard of no Rachel Farrell. So see, I think you're showing us your musical diversity. Rachel Farrell live in Montreux. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Y'all know I'm just a country boy, so I don't know nothing about that. Irene Smith, this ain't an album, this is a singer. Talking about Frankie Beverly. You sound like, who is that talking about all of Frankie Beverly? I think that was Dina. Irene, if you had to choose if somebody made you pick a Frankie Beverly album, what it would be? Wait, is Frankie Beverly the one who only has one album? It's somebody who has one album. It may be Frankie Beverly. We're talking about our favorite albums, you all. If you're coming in, at least take time to tell me your favorite album before you leave. I know everybody can't stay for the word, can't stay for the prayer, but at least you can tell me your favorite album. Okay, Yolanda Ellis Taylor. Here's another song in the key of life. Stevie Wonder. I got it. Maurice is a great man, Tamika. Maurice is a great man. Thriller is Maurice's favorite. Yes. Listen. This is a great album, Gerard Johnson. Maxwell, Urban Hang Suite. Can't go wrong with Maxwell. Maxwell I want to say Maxwell is very underrated. Great album. Here's another one. Okay, you R&B, Gerard. I didn't know this about you. Carl Thomas, Emotional. I like the fact that you R&B, because let me tell you, had you asked me, Gerard, I would have sworn you to pick hip hop. And so, see, you surprised me with your depth and your versatility. Yeah, I like that. I didn't know you were an R&B guy like that, but I like it. George Green says the Mighty OJs and Michael Jackson, Off the Wall. I like it. Ebony Dixon Collins, come on back here. Michael Jackson, Bad. Okay, this is interesting, but it's not a bad pick at all. The Waiting to Exhale soundtrack. Thank you. I love these answers, you all. Lisa Norwood. Now, I knew you had diverse musical taste, Lisa. I don't know how. Maybe from some past check-ins. But here you go. Alive by Pearl Jam. The Falcon and Snowman soundtrack by Pat Metheny Group. 1999 by Prince. The level of specificity tells me that you are a music lover, and I appreciate it. I don't know nothing about the Falcon or Alive. I'm sure I know some songs of it because I've heard. I grew up on MTV. I grew up in Texas on MTV, so I'm sure. Here's another. Y'all show your musical dexterity. Big Ones by Aerosmith and The Rebirth. Here's a gospel of Kirk Franklin, The Rebirth of Kirk Franklin, my Dallas homeboy. I like it. Patricia Burton says, I have only bought 4 albums in my life. Favorite ones are Ashford and Simpson, same title. Whitney Houston, same title. Listen, those are strong. Deacon Burton, you only bought 4 albums, but those 2 you listed. That's strong, weighty. That's weighty. I mean, the great diva Whitney Houston, you can't go wrong with her. Karen Valdez, come on. I'm glad Teddy Pendergrass made it. Life is a song worth singing. No, ma'am. Here y'all go with all of them. Talking about Sam Cooke, all of them. No, ma'am. If you had to choose one Sam Cooke album, some way in some world where they're about to destroy every Sam Cooke album but one. Which one do you keep? They about to destroy every Sam Cooke album but one, Karen Valdez. Which one do you keep? That's the question today. Jorge, I know you love music. You're definitely a musical artist, and I have to do one album from two genres. Okay, my favorite R&B album is The Foreign Exchange, Leave It All Behind. Okay. My favorite rap album is Mos Def, Black on Both Sides. What's the there was one album by Mos Def that I really, really like. I'm a big Mos Def fan. Well, that's a stretch because I can't say I'm familiar with all of his music. But it was what's the album with Miss Fat Booty on it? Y'all, I'm sorry, y'all, but that's the name of the song. I like Mos Def. I like Mos Def. Do you remember Mos Def? And they did a rap opera. I think it was with Beyonce and other people, but it, like they rapped instead of a musical. It was almost like all rap. It was I forgot the name of it, but it was called a rap opera. It was years ago. But I like Mos Def. Suffice to say. Suffice to say. Lisa Norwood, could you give me your dad-in-law's name? Margaret White Darby answered this question. Smokey Robinson, Isley Brothers, Stevie Wonder. I like it. Got a lot of answers. LaShante, Lettucey, Piece of Me, Deborah Cox. That's what it was. It was the hip hopper, Lucretia Cunningham. Thank you so much. Okay, yeah, I like Black on Both Sides with you then, Jorge. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Okay, where am I? We were doing this. Lettucey, Pieces of Me, Deborah Cox. One Wish, Anthony Hamilton. Wait, these are three different. Lettucey, Pieces of Me is an album. Deborah Cox, One Wish is an album. Anthony Hamilton, here y'all go. Y'all hard-headed. Y'all hard-headed. Y'all be trying to get one over on me. Same question, LaShante Robinson. You in a world they're throwing away every Anthony Hamilton album forever, but they're going to give you one. You can save one Anthony Hamilton album. Which one are you saving? Which one are you saving? I got to push you today. Here go Lisa Gonzalez. Here y'all go. Earth, Wind, and Fire, all of them. Same question to you. Eloise Laws, Eloise, Peebo Bryson, Reaching for the Sky. Gerard, you forever surprising me, my brother. The Church album is Lee Williams and the QC's Good Time. That sounds like it had to be. I don't even know Lee Williams and the QC's, but it had to be no less than 4 people singing. Because you can't have a name like that back then. And they love quartets. So it got to be at least 4 people. Am I right? Between Lee Williams and the QC's, are there at least 4 singers? That's my guess. I don't even know if I've heard of Lee. I don't know if I've heard of Lee Williams and the QC's or Good Time. I'm sure I've heard a song on the album just because I grew up in the church and used to listen to gospel all the time. But I've never heard of them. They gotta have at least 4 people. My mama, with her blessed heart, her unmusically inclined self, asked, "Who sang Wake Up Everybody?" Does anybody else know who sang Wake Up Everybody? Rachel Farrell's an amazing vocalist. Check out some of her music. I'm going to have to. Obama says, I can't remember the name of the album. I'm Still in Love with You, Al Green. Margaret White Darby says Teddy Pendergrass. Teddy Pendergrass is an artist, not an album. Margaret White Darby, I love you. But Teddy Pendergrass is an artist, not an album. Patricia Cleves comes in here with Give Me a Reason, Luther Vandross. And Dee Dee Holmes Wigfall says, I love Pearl Jam as well. Okay. Here's the album, Greatest Hits by Maze, featuring Frankie Beverly. I'll accept it. I will accept it. Thanks. Well, that album, he sings that song, is one of my favorites. Can somebody help my mama? Who sang Wake Up Everybody? Is that what you said, Mama? Wake Up Everybody? Who sang Wake Up Everybody? Yeah, I know the song. My mama gonna say thank. Maybe you should change the question. Okay. Dina says, Earth, Wind, and Fire, Greatest Hits, Volume 1. Leroy Muhammad says, Lisa Norwood. George Green, I feel like this, I'm going to give you this one, but I feel like you didn't cross the number. Meet Me on the Moon, Phyllis Hyman. Phyllis Hyman, what a great artist. I'm not a big Phyllis Hyman fan, but I do recognize the aura and the gravity of her as a singer in the weight that she carries in musical history. Yolanda Ellis Taylor wants to add Sam Cooke. You can't add him without telling what album, Yolanda Ellis Taylor, because we're not talking about artists. We're talking about albums. We're talking about albums. Oh, wait. Margaret was answering my mama question. Oh, Teddy Pendergrass is who sang Wake Up Everybody. I'll have it. I'll accept it. Thank you so much, Margaret. Thank you so much. I like it, Karen. Here we go. The album from Sam Cooke is Ain't That Good News. Come on here, Sam Cooke. Ain't That Good News? Somebody, we got a cosign for Lettucey. Here we go. LaShante, Anthony Hamilton, Back to Love. Okay. Teddy Pendergrass, Wake Up. Oh, come on here. Somebody act like y'all been in church. Tracy Dawson, Walter Hawkins. All y'all listening to these people who of the world. But we got somebody who's listening to gospel. Y'all, what is my favorite gospel album? My favorite gospel album all time may be a Karen Clark Shears album. It's When Kiara Was a Baby. What's the one? It's the song on it is The Safest Place in the Whole Wide World is in the Will of God. I used to love that song. Also Donald Lawrence, Tri-City Singers. I'm not saying y'all my favorite, but when I think about gospel albums that I've had, I like that. It's actually a big Kirk Franklin album I really like. And I'm not a huge Kirk Franklin guy, but one of those. What's the one where he's with all the colors? What You're Looking For? Is that Kirk Franklin? I think that's my favorite Kirk Franklin. No rock, country, or gospel guys. Nicole, you can't come here asking questions and you ain't told us your favorite album. What's yours? And we had gospel. Look, Love Alive right before you. Tracy Dawson, but you're on YouTube, so you can't see the Facebook answers. And Gerard Johnson said Lee Williams and the QCs. Karen Valdez, Teddy Pendergrass, and Whitney Houston sang Wake Up Everybody. Tamika Robinson, Harold Melvin and the Blue Notes for Mom. I like it. I like it. I like it. All right, here we go, Lisa Gonzalez. Earth, Wind, and Fire. Head to the Sky. Because it kept me positive while in high school. Y'all, we got to get out of here. We didn't stay too long. My dad-in-law is Leroy Muhammad. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Because you asked for prayer. Okay, got it. I have him down. Y'all, we're about to get into this word. Y'all, look at my mama. Look at my mama, y'all. She can't help but try to run everything. She gonna run me. She gonna run the church if I let her. She gonna run community check-in. We are gonna get to the message, Mom. But I asked people to give a question of the day. I gotta honor that they're so invested in the question. Thank you so much. Carmen, my kids. Is that an album? That was the name of the hip opera. Carmen. Okay. And Mama at first didn't know nothing. Now she came with a second one. Aretha Franklin albums. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. I won't let you do it. You got to choose Aretha Franklin album, Mama. No, ma'am. Portrait of a Legend. That just sounds like a good album. Favorite gospel has to be Daryl Coley. Daryl, cool. George, you came in here with that one. Daryl Coley has a song. Remember when I said Donald Lawrence and a Tri-City Singer? When Sunday Comes is on that Donald Lawrence album. Oh, Thelma Houston, not Whitney Houston, sang on Wake Up with Teddy. All right, y'all. We got to get into this word. Today, I want to just talk about 7 ways to reduce the risk of cancer. We're in Breast Cancer Month. This is a month in which we think about and we talk about cancer. A lot of people are going to be wearing pink. There are a lot of 5Ks and Susan, who is it? Coleman or somebody who does the 60-mile walk where you do 20 miles every day. There are a lot of events that will honor cancer and cancer survivors. So today I want to talk about 7 ways to reduce the risk of cancer. and then we're going to go into this word. The first way we can reduce the risk of cancer, as we talk about our 7 ways, is listen to this. Now, I got this from an article from the Mayo Clinic. I got this from an article from the Mayo Clinic. Mayo Clinic is one of the premier medical institutions in the country. And they said that if you want to reduce the risk of cancer, the first thing you should do is don't use tobacco. Smoking, they say, have been linked to many types of cancer, of course, including cancer of the lung, mouth, throat, voice box, pancreas, bladder, cervix, and kidney. My God, you all. But it's not only the smoking that's harmful. This is probably for older people. My granddaddy used to chew tobacco. Chewing tobacco has been linked to the cancer of the mouth, throat, and pancreas. Staying away from tobacco is a good way to help reduce the risk of cancer. Here's the one that we all know it, but we probably do not follow it like we could. But listen to this, beloved. If you want to reduce the risk of cancer, the second one is eat a healthy diet. Eat a healthy diet. Now, there are 3 things that they say about eating a healthy diet that I want to give you, and you can write these down. The first thing is, by healthy diet, people who want to reduce the risk of cancer will make their diet heavily plant-based. This is the one thing we can learn from vegans and vegetarians. A plant-based diet tremendously helps us reduce the risk of cancer. Fruits, vegetables, nuts, legumes, whole grains, beans. Having a plant-based diet helps us reduce the risk of cancer. In the same way of eating healthy, that's one thing I want to know, plenty of fruits and vegetables. Drink alcohol only in moderation, if at all. Alcohol, consistent use of alcohol furthers and lifts the risk of us getting cancer. We ought to drink alcohol in moderation, if at all. Listen to this. Here's the third thing, and then we're moving on. Limit processed meats. I know I need help with this one. First of all, I don't even know the difference. What is processed? This is a true story, y'all. I read this. I need to go look it up. I know my mama's going to be able to tell me. My mama can't tell my sister because my sister has a degree in nutrition. I got to figure out what's the difference between processed meats and what's not processed. But limit processed meats if you are eating healthy. Now listen to this. The third thing we can do. Hold on. The third thing we can do to help reduce the risk of cancer. Listen to this. We need to hear it. I'm 30 pounds overweight. Well, I got good news, you all. I've lost 10 of my 30. I'm only 20 pounds overweight. Maintain a healthy weight and be physically active. Maintaining a healthy weight and being physically active. Good to see you and good afternoon to you, Jane Powell. That helps us reduce the risk of cancer. Beloved, we're here today talking about how to reduce the risk of cancer. Now, we can't stop cancer, but there are certainly things that we can do to reduce the risk. Now, this next one, I feel like is more for our cousins on the other side of the track. Our cousins on the other side of the track. Thank you, George Green. Any deli meats are processed meat. And Lisa says the food is unhealthy these days with all. Yes, it is. Now, 7 ways to reduce cancer. We've given 3. Here's the 4th. Listen to this. I think this is more for our cousins on the other side of the track, but I do know too much sun is not good for any of us. Protect yourself from the sun. Now, we know this may be a little bit biased, but let me go on and give you what it says a little bit about protecting ourselves from the sun. Avoid midday sun, 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. Stay in the shade. Cover your skin. Don't skimp on sunscreen. And don't use, this ain't for us, y'all, tanning beds and sun lamps. Now, Deacon Burton, I know that you like to go to tanning beds every other week. And so you need to stop that. We can't do it. We can't do it, Lisa. We can't do it. We cannot do the tanning beds. Y'all, I know y'all needed to hear this today. We cannot do the sun lamps. They're not for us, George Green. Stay away from them. Stay away from the tanning beds and the sun lamp. Now, here's another thing that this actually surprised me. I had never heard of this. But listen to this. Get vaccinated. No, it's not talking about COVID. Get vaccinated. It says to help reduce the risk of cancer, you definitely want to have your hepatitis B vaccination and HPV. It's a sexually transmitted virus that can lead to cervical cancer. It can lead to other genital cancers, cell cancers of the head and the neck. It's recommended for girls and boys of the ages 11 and 12 to get the HPV vaccine. Did not know that. I did not know that. So get vaccinated. We're talking about, what are we talking about, beloved? We are talking about 7 ways to reduce the risk of cancer. What is the 6th way? The 6th way, listen to this. I know this sounds really interesting, but here's something that, again, this actually was news to me as I was doing my research and reading the article from Mayo Clinic. Avoid risky behaviors. What are risky behaviors? Here it is. Practice safe sex. Amen. Now, I know all of y'all live holy, and you all need to know that. But like and share it for somebody who's sexually active and who may not be married or who may be dating, who may be, we talked about this last week, who may be accumulating bodies. I know everybody here is holy now. I know everybody here is holy. But y'all got some unholy friends, and y'all got some unholy family members who have sex. I know y'all keep y'all body like a package that's wrapped up for God, and you only let one person unwrap that package. But you got some cousins, you have some friends. Practice safe sex. Don't know if this is for anybody, but of course we've heard this before. Don't share needles. Don't share needles. Now, this is the one that bowls right down my alley. Confession is good for the soul, but bad for the reputation. This is what I've been slipping on recently, and I've got to make a conscious, intentional effort to get back on the ball. And that is, listen to this, get regular medical care. Get regular medical care. This is where I'm slipping. I've not seen a doctor in a while. I've not had a checkup in a while. I eat well. I've not gotten sick in a while. But that's no excuse. At my age, I have to see. I need to see the doctor every year. I don't. So y'all pray for me, and I'll pray for you. If there was something on this list that hit you harder, then listen, I understand. I'm praying for you. Number 7 hit me harder. I need to get regular checkups. Pray for me. Thank you so much. Here we go. For those who don't know what processed meat like me, cold cuts, wieners, bacon, sausage, corned beef, canned meats. Lord have mercy. Yeah, you sure, Margaret White, brother, you sure bacon and sausage is one? I just feel like, come on now, don't do me like this. Now, don't you telling me Earl Campbell's sausage links? My God. Well, I'm gonna have to eat it in moderation then. I gotta have some sausage every now and then. Y'all ever had some Earl Campbell's hot links? My God. Ooh, Karen, let me tell you something. I just put bacon on a hamburger the other day. My Lord, y'all pray for me. Pray for me. Get regular medical care. Here go Vandra Jackson, y'all. Here she comes with her all these exclamation points. Man, we don't need all those exclamation points. Look, you were trying to give so many exclamation points, you gave an apostrophe and 2 small N's. That's because you didn't need all those exclamation points. That's the Holy Spirit trying to tell you you're doing too much on this check-in. Listen, you all, let me review it and we are through. I want to just pause today and give us 7 ways to reduce the risk of cancer. Why? Because I love you all and I want you all to live healthily and I want you all to live strong. Mama, you can't see this, so let me show you. Oh, yes, you can. She's on Facebook. Look what Margaret White Darby did with you. All those exclamation points. Y'all just trying to ruin my little diet. Y'all gonna mess up turkey bacon too? Let me hurry up and get to this prayer for y'all, for I won't be eating nothing. And come in here, LaShante Robinson. Yes, Earl Campbell. My aunt is coming from Texas next month with my package of Earl Campbell sausage links. Here's what we need to do. We're going to say grace over it, though, LaShante. We know it's process. We learned this process, and they telling us all kinds of stuff is process. But I want you to put that thing on that grill, and I want you to say grace, and we're going to hope for the best. All right? 7 things we can do to reduce the risk of cancer. 7 things we can do. Do not eat tobacco. Eat a healthy diet. Maintain healthy weight and be physically active. Come on, y'all. Let's walk. Let's exercise. Protect yourself from the sun. We got to stay out of tanning beds and the sun lamps. Get vaccinated. I think they said, what is it? HPV and hepatitis B. Make sure you get those vaccinations. Avoid risky behaviors. Don't share needles. Practice safe sex. 7, get regular medical care. And don't smoke. I don't know who that's for, but I'm going to feel like you're saying this with your chest. But don't smoke. All right. See, George, let me tell you. George said we were asking questions about this turkey bacon, and then we're going to pray. Said, I'm quite sure you made a turkey before. I did. What part was the turkey bacon? See, George, I don't get into all that. I pray. I say grace. And I believe whoever messed up the food on the way to me, I want God to clean it up. Lisa Norwood, talking about all these nitrates. I don't know what about no nitrates, but I do know about God's grace. Yeah, y'all don't know about nitrates, but I know that God can do it. I'm joking, you all, because let me say this. I don't want y'all to think I believe that. We have to be co-partners with God about our health. We have to be co-partners with God about our health. Our health is one of the things we talked about this Sunday that is in our hands. Every head bowed, every eye closed, every heart praying. God, we love you today and we honor you and we bless you because you are our God. Today, God, we've looked and we've reflected. We know that we do not have complete control over our body's susceptibility to disease and to illness. But today, God, I'm praying that you would give us the will, that you would give us the strength, that you would give us the might and the wherewithal to partner with you with our health. Today, God, I don't know who needed to hear this, God, but I believe that you put it in my spirit because someone needs to live a healthier lifestyle. And so, God, I'm praying that you would convince us and that you would inspire us to get regular medical care, avoid risky behaviors, get vaccinated, protect ourselves from the sun, maintain a healthy weight and be physically active, eat a healthy diet, and not use tobacco. God, I believe that you've put everyone under the sound of my voice, under my spiritual leadership and my spiritual care, even if just for a day. And so, God, I'm praying life over every ear that can hear my voice. I'm praying health over every spirit and every body that can hear me right now, God. I am praying that you would anoint us and that you would cover us with your protection, with your love, with your inspiration, God. Touch us right now, God, like we've never been touched before. Help us, God, get rid of the bad habit that we've struggled with so much. Help us distance ourselves from the bad food and the drinks that we have learned to crave so much. God, help us to make the sacrifice of discipline and healthy life choices. I'm praying for long life for every man who can hear me. I'm praying for long life for every woman who can hear me, God, because I believe we still have a purpose to live into. We still have a charge to keep. We still have a call to answer. And so, God, right now, I'm praying that you would walk with us and that you would talk with us so that we might live better, we might be better, and we might do better. God, we come today with other people on our hearts and minds. God, we come today sometimes stressed, sometimes burdened over our family and over our friends' situations. So much so we've lifted their names today, God, because we want them to be covered in your anointing and lifted in prayer. And so, God, today we lift up Leroy Muhammad, Anaya Fielding, and Erica Fielding, Robert and Chris Frazier, Archie and Audrey Davis, Arthur Risper Jr., Arthur, Javante and Cynthia and Brian Risper, Sharice Davis and family, Denise McNeil and family, Peyton, Noah Nash, Parrish, Retrende Manyweather and family, Lakia Jones, Kelly Meadows, Michael Meadows, Brian Gordon, and Michelle Gordon. The Hilton family, Johnny Merritt and Gloria Robinson, God. We're praying today for Lorraine Tesoro and Matthew Johnson and Myra Johnson. We are praying for Julie Wang, Patty Perry, Patricia Perry, Tracy Blackwell, Joy Treadwell, James Walker, and Heather Manley. God, you know the situations. You know the circumstances. Now, God, we're asking for your divine intervention on our human lives. We're asking for your terrestrial blessings on your celestial blessings on our terrestrial lives. God, we are asking for your heavenly blessings on our earthly lives. God, we're asking for your spiritual blessings on our physical lives. God, we know, God, that you can close doors that are not meant for us. We know, God, that you can clear paths that you want us to walk on. We know, God, that you can be a fence from our enemies. We know, God, that you can heal our body and strengthen our mind. We know, God, that you can give financial breakthrough in our life, God. We know, God, that you can heal our broken heart, God, and reconcile our relationships. And so, God, that's why we have paused today to talk to you, God. In our talk to you is the strength of our life, God. In our conversation with you is the health of our life, God. God, help us to talk to you, God, until breakthrough begins to run down. Help us to talk to you, God, until our enemies are at our footstool. Help us to talk to you, God, until mountains are climbed and valleys are walked and rivers are crossed. Help us to talk to you until stress is relieved and sickness is departed and illness is defeated. Help us to talk to you until the God is glorified and the angels are magnified and the enemy is horrified. God, help us to talk to you, God, and have a little talk with Jesus, God. Help us, God, to tell us all about our troubles, God. We believe you will hear our faintest cry and you will answer by and by. And so, God, when we feel a little prayer wheel churning and we know a little fire is burning, God, we pray that having a little talk with you will make it all right. I'm praying, God, that situations will become all right today, that relationships will become all right today, that health reports will become all right today. Help us, God, to make it all right. And then, God, when you've done all that you can do, and when you've done and you've touched our lives and we've done all we can do, we promise to continue to give you the glory and the praise. This is our prayer. We pray it in the loving, liberating, and life-giving name of Jesus. Amen. And thank God. Beloved, thank you so much for joining us on this Tuesday afternoon as we have joined together and checked in together. I pray that God, as you go into your many different destinations, will bless you and keep you. Pray for my soreness. I'm sore, you all. So pray for me. George Green, I'm touching and agreeing with you. Mama, I love you. I'm touching and agreeing with you. Michelle Gordon, I'm touching and agreeing with you. Tamika Robertson, Lisa Gonzalez, I'm touching and agreeing with you. Deacon Burton, touching and agreeing with you. There it is. That's what I meant. Deacon Burton. Yolanda Ellis Taylor, Lashante Robinson, I am touching and agreeing with you. You're more than welcome, Lisa Norwood. Thank you for being here. And I'm touching and agreeing with you. Gerard Johnson, I'm touching and agreeing with you. And Karen Valdez and George Green, I'm touching and agreeing with you too. And Dina Self and Jane Powell, I'm touching and agreeing with you. Deacon Oakley, you snuck in on us, but I'm glad you got in here on us. I'm touching and agreeing with you. Touching and agreeing with you, Deborah Dorsey. And I'm touching and agreeing with you, Dee Dee Holmes Wigfall. Listen, you all, Amy, thank you. I'm touching and agreeing with you. May God bless each and every one of you. May God keep each and every one of you. And listen to this. Please remember to live in love. Y'all have a great day.